Influx has only won the monthly, not the year end, but the monthly itself twice. So both players looking to take a little extra history, a little bit extra in the history books for themselves.
Absolutely. And both players out of the gate here, they both had kind of similar boards. Both had some horizontal yellow opportunities that they could go with. And both really are just neck and neck here as Don making some setups for some combos, Influx making some combos of his own, really not wanting to see yellow on Influx's side though. And Don really kind of the same. He's in kind of the same boat right now. He's probably looking to get this yellow red that he got right there, drop some of that down, but still a lot of garbage on that board, Ook.
Yeah, I'm looking at both players thinking these boards are not the friendliest. I do like this drop combo for Dawn there, but again, like you said, still a lot of garbage going through. Decides to just go ahead and use the blue as garbage. It's going to be garbage wherever he puts it at this point, so may as well make it useful garbage.
Yeah,
And
Don.
both players, yeah, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Don does have the opportunity, or he did until he cleared out the blue, to take a horizontal yellow and drop some of that blue down, but he does clear that out. So 24 to 21, slight lead in favor in Influx, but I do like Don's board health a lot better. But look at that combo from Influx.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing that Influx will hold out for. And we've seen it be to great effect and we've seen it be to ill effect. It really just depends on the board and the timing. That time it really pulled off for him, and he is now in the lead by 2 viruses, looking to make another big combo here. I gotta imagine he's thinking about setting it up to where there will be a drop of 2 extra blues so that he can get this all in a single combo. Uh, yep, there goes the one, and now he's hoping for a couple of blue reds, I'd say. Nope, just going to take the one. That is going to, yep, that's going to be perfect as he gets out at a 228. But
228.
Dawn also with a
Yeah, Don.
horizontal out at 232. Yeah.
Yeah, Don was looking for that big horizontal of his own. So both players kind of playing with similar styles here. Don, I've noticed in the more recent months, has really been working on looking down the board when he has that garbage and he has those horizontal opportunities to see what he can do to use those pills that don't look very useful from first glance. And it's really been improving his play quite a lot. And then, of course, in Flox, we see him constantly setting up those huge monster combos and waiting for just the right pill. And as you said just a little bit ago, sometimes it works really well for him. Sometimes it's a little bit of a pain point for him. But so far, it's been working out for him as he's down to 28 viruses, 11 virus lead over Dawn at the moment. But he's going to get a nice vertical into a drop horizontal there.
I thought maybe Influx was going to go for that cross clear that he had an opportunity for with the blues there. Chose not to go for it. Probably would have caused some drop time I wasn't paying attention to, as we know how much he loves the drop time. And yeah, Influx hit himself a quad earlier with a double yellow, and that was just exactly the sort of thing that he would be looking for. Still maintaining that 6 virus advantage. And Don, though, trying to make his way through. Let's see what his plans are. Uh, yep, gonna make this one work out and keep it within a half dozen.
I gotta think Don's trying to get this yellow horizontal, and he does set up for that, but he's got to have two blues to get it. That first blue red, perfect. He probably gonna be waiting for one more. Elects not to, but he gets the cross clear, and wow, what a clear from Don. That was really nice. But it is going to be Influx out first with that double yellow for 39. Don really not too far behind. Just needing three more reds. Gets a nice fortuitous double red. And you can see he's kind of nodding his head a little bit, waiting for those reds to show up. Takes a little bit of drop time. 455 out for Dawn, but Influx already making some pretty good progress here in this level 16.
Yeah, it's an 8 virus difference at clear time, but you know that's 8 viruses plus setups, and as we know, the setups that you do early in the level, uh, they they don't show up in the stats, but man, oh man, they really can make your game all that much better. And oh, Don takes away a clear. You see him shake his head because yeah, he didn't check didn't have his eye on the next box quite quick enough. But is going to get a nice T clear here or an L clear as soon as, yeah, just goes ahead and takes it. But still about a 10 virus difference between these two.
Yeah, Influx just got a really nice sweet tee, and then just had another nice horizontal, which I think was also a tee actually, and dropped down into making some stuff that was on top drop down and be really useful for him. I like the decision there to go ahead and clear out the yellow and open up the blues underneath. Further progressing his board. Really nice plays here by Influx. He's just been solid all day. Sans that game 3 against Adelito earlier, but he's bounced back from that since then and has just made play after play here, trying to get down to those blues, getting a little high there. Gonna have to be careful. Does manage to bring that down, opening up the yellow horizontal there at the bottom of his board. Gonna wait for that though, as the reds were a little bit more important. There's the final yellow he needs out at a 640 into his final level 17. What a great pace here for Influx so far.
Yeah, Don, I've been keeping an eye on his board. I'm just not sure he's feeling it with this level block. Just this particular seed. It could have been the problem, but looks like he's thinking horizontal. At least I hope he's thinking horizontal because that is pretty much the only way to manage what he is working on here. Is going to have to do a little bit of setting up just to kind of make things work out. There's the first horizontal. Now needs the red. There's the red. That's going to clear everything out, and he's going to be able to get out of this one pretty quickly. Just needs some blues, then some reds, and then another blue.
Yeah, but it's given Influx a chance to really pull ahead here. 43 viruses, now 42 remaining in his final level in this game 1. So about 32 viruses behind is Don Vineyard. But looking at this board, it's really not too bad of a start. Fairly diverse on both sides. At the top here for Don, and being on medium speed, it's going to give him a little bit more maneuverability, which is really nice. It's something that's really nice to have in these later levels that are stacked so high.
Yeah, that's one of the things we always talk about with why these level blocks were selected in the first place. It's because at level 17, it's the first time you get the possibility of having viruses stacked all the way at the top of the board, or at the maximum height for this version. There, it does get a little higher in the Game Boy version, but thankfully, we're not trying to play that one right now. As yeah, it's something that medium speed can give you an advantage for, but at the same time, just that slight difference in speeds can, we've seen medium and high players dominate this game.
Yeah, the one thing you don't want to do though is play on low.
Heaven forbid. All right, so things looking good for Influx right now, holding on to a 23 virus lead. Don really bringing it back, though, all things considered. He was behind by quite a bit coming out of level 16, and he would love to get a double yellow right now. Uh, Not sure if he's just going to go ahead and take it with, yeah, there it is. Take it with what he can get. But Influx is going to be out at a 9:20:29 and take this game number 1 in this best of 5.
929 GG's to Influx. Now our top 20 hot time is a 9:04, so about 25 seconds off of that, but still a really blazing pace there. by Influx. Don looking like he's going to go ahead and finish this one out. I don't blame him. It's one of those where you're not gonna you don't want you don't want the game to you don't want to let it beat you. And kudos to him for keeping this one going. Really nice horizontal there, drop horizontal. Actually, he's going to get another one here with this blue yellow. Just needing a couple more blues, and he's not going to go ahead and finish it out. He's going to say, "Nah, forget that. Let's keep going and shake it off."
Yep. Can't let the game beat you. All right. So that's one down. Let's get ready for the next one.
Yeah. Speaking of ready, we have a ready from both players. And here we
Yeah.
go. 3, 2, 1. Pills.
Okay. Good solid boards for both players to start off. I love this pill for Dawn there as he's able to get a combo early on. Influx would love to see more reds, I'm sure, but looked way down the board to make sure that this red blue that he put on top would have a place to land. That was really good high level thinking there for Influx, and he now holds an 8 virus lead.
Yeah, Influx early on actually had a really nice all blue L yeah that he was gifted by a double blue. That was really nice to see. Really fun from Influx. Looking at Dawn's board, gosh, that's a lot of red. He is hoping to get a red yellow here. Goes ahead and fires off the combo with a red blue. Still no garbage. And he did have the red yellow next, but elects to not wait for it, which is absolutely fine. And he's making some really nice plays here. What a swim there.
Nice.
I don't know if that was just a little bit of lag from Twitch or that was just really super fast, but you couldn't even see the animation of that pill go. That's how fast that was.
Yeah, I mean, that was, we know that Don is a big keyboard player, so that might have been involved in it, but man, I have never seen a pill move quite that fast.
Yeah, so 18 to 20, now 14 to 20. Fairly close still between these two players. Influx needing a lot of red, a lot of blue. He's just got two yellow viruses, excuse me, remaining on his board. And he's going to go after those right now. I gotta think he's wanting this blue-red right here before he clears out those reds, and exactly what he wants to do because it sets up the blue horizontal. He's going to be out first at a 155, which is a really nice time for level 14. And looking at the beginning of his level 15, it's all right. It's not my favorite, but he can do some stuff with it, especially with his double blue. Gets the L, yeah, drops that stuff down. Really, not any garbage, much to speak of on his board.
Yeah, and it's all kind of moot for everything because Don is stuck in blue zone. He had so many blues that he needed, and you can see that ketchup and mustard over on the left-hand side. Just not getting, he has not wasted a single blue pill half. And everything you can see there it goes
Oh
again.
my
Everything
gosh.
is just coming up red and yellow. This is the anti-unicorn. This is it's just a level you hate to see. It's one of those where you just go, not like this.
Yep.
And
Especially
there it
when you're
is.
already down a game.
So out at a 258 and hoping to see a much better board and much better pill RNG is Don Venier, who, yeah, is about 30 viruses behind right now.
Yeah, that's not the ending he wanted for that level at all. But the best thing Don can do now is just shake it off. Don't let it get to him. Play your game, dude. You absolutely could get back into this. We've seen crazier things happen with the RNG for the opponents. Influx could easily run into a snag just like Don did, and he can get right back into this. But at the moment, that is not the case, as Influx is down to 15 viruses. Probably going for this horizontal yellow. He does go for that. Wondering if he'll clear out those yellows in his column 5 and set up for this long blue horizontal. It doesn't look like he's going to do that. It looks like maybe he wants the yellow horizontal instead, and that is what he's signaling that he's going to do. We'll just have to clear out those blues to be able to get that, and then he'll be in pretty good shape here.
Yeah, and I will say, despite all of that that happened at the end of his board, Don has found his way back. He is only a couple of dozen viruses behind now. You see him shaking his head because he got some unfavorable bill setups there. But this L is, or it's a T now, is going to be amazing for him. And we see Influx out sub 430. But it is Dawn coming right on back, and some good RNG for him will mean that he is right back in the thick of this.
Yeah, this has been a really nice level for Dawn, and he's in his in-game setup now, probably maybe looking to get that red at the bottom horizontally. We'll have to see what he decides to do there. And looking over at Influx's board, he's going to need a lot of blue to really progress this board. Thought he might set up for a horizontal there, elects not to do it. He could still take that top blue horizontally if he chooses to, but looks like he's not going to do that, which probably is the right decision.
Yeah, meanwhile, Dawn is just trying to get this. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a swag out. It was just kind of required at this point. He's out at a 524. So, how far behind is that going to put him? About 24. So, about 2 dozen viruses, where he was earlier. And yeah, Influx is going to need a swath of red to progress the board here. And I like this decision because he's got a or yellow horizontal there on column 8. And unfortunately for him, it's going to require, well, that actually, it's exactly what it requires. So less unfortunate because the double yellow does show.
Don making some really complicated setups here, just trying to use everything as efficiently as possible. And he's done a really good job of it. You see, there's no garbage on his board whatsoever until that one little yellow piece there. But really, it's not garbage at all because this yellow blue is going to allow him to drop that down and get a vertical clear with it. And that's exactly what I was talking about earlier in regards to Don's play. He's been able to go and look down the board and see what he can do, and you're seeing that again with that red yellow that double yellow, excuse me, placement in his column 2. He's going to go for those blues horizontally and drop that down, and he's going to get it.
Yeah, everything looking great for Dawn there. Is just gonna go ahead and set this up to clear out some garbage. He's still, again, just like 2 dozen viruses behind, which tells me that Influx has made it he's made it at the same speed. He's maintaining the same pace, and that is difficult to do throughout a level. But he is into his level 17 and hoping to take 2 games to none here early on. And so far, the Bills seem to agree with him.
Yeah, this is looking really nice for Influx. Those that combination of yellow and blue and red came absolutely in the correct order for him. He was able to get through that with no garbage whatsoever. And then that red blue, perfect, beautiful play for Influx, able to just make combo after combo here. Influx right now proving why he's one of the best in this game. Uh just fantastic play.
Yeah, Don, you saw a little head shake earlier. It's just more of the same. He's got the option to set up some cool stuff, and just the setups that he made aren't pulling through. And he's just it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating to be that this end of a level. Like you said, a game down, you've got a quality opponent on the other side, and you're just struggling. But out at an 815, and now he's going to have to rush through 72 viruses to try to bring this one back.
Yeah, and things looking pretty good for Influx here, who has a lot of good setups that he can make. I love what he did with that yellow, double yellow. putting it on the left side because he saw that then in his next box he had a pill that was going to be able to allow him to get a combo and use that as effectively as possible. Influx just needing some red, needing some blue here to really progress the board, and it will be pretty good looking for Influx as soon as he's able to get that, but not getting the red until just now.
Oh, and a critical misdrop there for Dawn. That it was already pretty well sealed, but that is going to 100% seal it. Not really going to be able to come back from that, as it is going to be Influx cruising onto this victory. Great combo there. Just 4 viruses left, and yeah, it's been some tough boards for him for Dawn here.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, Influx has been just playing out of his mind. Out at a 933 here for Influx. He takes game two. And, a testament to Don's play. As bad as that first ending level was, he really got back into this and has done a really nice job. But when you have those kinds of boards and you're playing against an opponent like Influx, every little bit counts. And when you don't get those pills, then it's really detrimental for you.
Absolutely. All right, well, our crows have gone unfed, and we're going to need a couple of games for Dawn here to make them to give the crows what they want, and that's cider. It's going to be a bit of a vague reference there for those of you who haven't been keeping up with the tournaments, but trust me, it makes sense.
Yeah. Mary Poppins would not be pleased with this tournament so far. The birds have not been fed.
Yeah, but she does like sweeps, so go figure.
It is true.
All right, that's enough ridiculousness from us.
Dawn getting up, taking a quick breather.
Yeah, I mean, you got to. That
Yeah.
was that was just one that you've got to reset your brain for.
Looks like Influx has gotten up to take a quick breather as well.
All right, so we are waiting on readies from our players, and we all another thing that gets said a lot is this is in no way a sprint. This part of the tournament is a marathon, and the amount of focus that it takes to be able to play this game at a high level for 10 minutes straight, up to 5 times in a row, it really is exhausting on our players. So, yeah, it's a tough one, but these guys can take it.
Yeah, and keep in mind this is now Don's sixth game in a row. He had the three against Floyd, and now this is his third against Influx. So he's got to be tired at this point, just physically, but mentally as well. That really can draw on you.
Yep, and it's 3, 2, 1 pills. So let's see what this game three has in store for us. Good starting pills and starting boards for both players. I love this setup for Influx. Going to get a drop combo immediately, and looking for more, as that's going to set him up for another combo. And yeah, everything looking really nice for Influx. Over on Dawn's side, he's really hoping for a red yellow. There it's going to come and going to get him working forward as well. Uh, Out of 1 virus difference between these two, Dawn in the lead, but we'll see how long that lasts. It
Influx had an
hasn't.
early Yeah, Influx had a really early opportunity for an all red sweet tea. He didn't go for it. I was really surprised to see that. But in the end, it didn't matter. He's been able to clear everything out since then. Just a little bit of garbage, which, if you look down, it's actually not garbage because he's planning on getting these reds horizontally and dropping those yellows and those blues down. Gonna need a yellow red and a double red. There you go, Influx. Commentator's blessing. Hope my check's in the mail for that. But yeah, 21-21. It is really tight here in this first level.
Yeah, and Dawn's looking for Well, he was looking for a double red earlier and just not seeing it. Is going to now be able to. Oh, he could have used that red yellow and red blue to trigger down this combo that he was working on, but I think he's thinking now more about the horizontal opportunity or the double opportunity there in column 4 and going to take it right there. And really everything's set up in combo for him, so not going to be too much longer before Dawn is out of this board.
Yep, Don just needs ideally a blue red would be perfect, but I mean he's got okay, he's gonna do that. And gets the couple yellows that he needs. He's out first at a 210. Influx right on his heels though. Just gonna need a couple more reds, or one more red and one more blue. This red blue absolutely what he needed. Just double blue would be ideal, but he'll take them in singles if he can get them. There's one, and here's the other, added at 227. So about 27 seconds difference, I believe, between the two players. But, Influx is one of the best. He can absolutely get back into this.
Yeah, about a 10 virus difference at the start of the level. Dawn managing to get some setups going. You can see kind of where those are looking, but he needs some red and is just not seeing nearly as enough of it. What he is seeing is not coming in quickly enough, and now he has nothing to do with blue because, well, actually, he's found some uses for blues. But overall, it has been a bit of a struggly early level for Dawn. He is maintaining that 10 virus lead, but it has been definitely a difficult board to get through.
Yeah, speaking of difficult boards, Influx had a blue overhang towards the top of his board that he let go for. He let it stay there for quite a while, actually. He had some opportunities to take it down a little early on, and which, if you're not careful, you could potentially cause a top out. But he's making some really great plays now. Would love to see this red yellow for him. Let's see if he goes off to the right. Oh, but that high speed, he wasn't able to dash it over. That could be an issue for him. He does manage to get that knocked down, but now there's a lot of garbage there on that column 7 that he's going to have to work through.
You got to imagine that a horizontal on the red and potential underclear might be in the books. Looks like he is just going to forgo that and go with the traditional garbage takedown, and that's going to cause some time. And with Dawn already 10 viruses ahead, actually Dawn is still just maintaining that 10 virus lead, so it hasn't been too detrimental for Influx, but definitely not where he wants to be. And Dawn getting a really good RNG set there. He had column 1 pretty well stacked up and could have been a problem for him, but it all works itself out. He is now just 3 blues and a red away from finishing this level. There's the red and 1, 2 more blues. He is out at a 453 and into level 16.
And Influx had a monster combo on the left side of his board that took a lot of the stuff that looked like garbage, and it was just gone within 4 seconds of him triggering. And he's just going to need these last two reds out at a 510 now. He's absolutely trying to claw his way back into this 7 virus difference at the start of the level. But not a lot of blues for Influx at the top of this board, and Mario seems to want to be giving him blues, but he's using them
Yeah,
effectively as he can.
yeah, that's been the story for Don's board for a bit. It was yellows just up until a second ago. He's been getting a lot of yellows, but yeah, this red setup for Influx could have been really bad. Luckily, he has gotten the pills that he needs, and yeah, he's even thinking about a. You think he's going to go for the fat log there, Flindo?
Yeah, I think he's gonna hold out for it, especially since he's got those yellow blues. Excuse me, just the yellows there, waiting to drop down. Doesn't get the fat log, but he does have an opportunity for a drop cross here, and takes the reds on the left first, which I like the play because he just needs one red, and he's gonna get it in this red blue. Drops it down, hits a really nice combo.
A big combo for Dawn as well. He's down to a really tricky part of the bottom of this 16, and it's taking its toll on him. His lead has dwindled down to just one virus as Influx has been storming his way back. So far, it hasn't been too bad, but you got to feel like he would like to be a little further ahead, knowing that he's still got level 17 to go. I like these setups for Dawn. Thinking about a blue horizontal now is signaling a blue horizontal. Meanwhile, Influx almost and now no use for yellow.
Yeah, no loose for yellow at all for Influx. And these players actually neck and neck here. Influx with a one virus advantage, but needing so much blue to get through the rest of this board. He does have the opportunity to take some horizontals, and he did get one with the red there, and he's going to get a drop horizontal into the blue. Really nice play there by Influx. Just two more blues will do it for him. He will be into level 17 first at a 733, but what a monster combo from Dawn there. Two more blues. There they are. He's only 9 seconds behind. This is anybody's game here as we go into level 17.
About to be a lot closer if the game keeps giving yellows to Influx. He has no use for that early on, and every 10 viruses or every 10 pills the game speeds up. So had it continued on for too much longer, that could have been disaster for Influx. Although, topping out that early, not as much a disaster as, say, much later in the level. Meanwhile, it is a slight lead now to Dawn, who has gotten some cleaner setups in the top of his board than Influx was able to do. But look at these combo setups for Influx. This is going to be nice once it clears. And now he's got horizontal and vertical options. Going to take that T clear though.
Yeah, Influx just making some really nice setups here. Uh kind of staircase though, from the left down to the right with the reds and a little bit with the blues as well. Making some great plays though to kind of knock that out as best as he can. I'd love to see some more red action for him though and bring this down and level his board out just a little bit. It is still a very slight lead for Influx. It's just going to come down to the RNG, I think, in this game three. But Don looking pretty good here. He's making some pretty nice setups. You see this red horizontal that he's got set up, and that double red, perfect for him. Gets that horizontal, drops down the blues for another vertical clear. 19 to 24 now in favor of Dawn, as Influx has just been struggling to get through this mid game, Mook.
Yeah, Don was in the same boat earlier with that long red that you were talking about earlier. That was about the third iteration of that clear that he put together because the pills were not coming for any version of it that he could get to come out. But with all of these setups for Influx, it's really anybody's game. As Dawn needs a lot of yellow and a little bit of blue, going to get a really fortuitous double yellow here. More double yellows, going to be great for him. And yeah, these double yellows may be it for him. There's one, there's two. It is going to be Dawn out first at a 10:03.
Yeah, and Influx was getting the blues that he needed. Unfortunately, they were blue yellows, and if he had fired it off, then it would have taken away the drop combo that he was trying to set up with the yellows. He's gonna get a nice drop combo there, though. Just two more yellows will do it for Influx. And he doesn't even clear it out. He's just like, nah, I'm done.
Oh man, just taking one for everybody. That's the most unsatisfying ending. We love it. All right, well, time for game four. No sweeps on the board for this finals.
Yeah, only the second match this entire month to go not as has not being swept. We have it
All right,
ready from Influx and from Dawn.
here it comes in three, two, one, and pills.
Influx looking to put Dawn away. Dawn looking to feed the crows for the first time in August. Can he do it? We shall see as we are off And Ook, I'm liking both of these boards.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of opportunities for doubles, a lot of, oh, really good cross there for influx. A lot of just an opportunity for smart plays. And both these players able to do that. Only thing I'm not liking right now is that Don is not looking at any access to red up until just now. It's been a bit of a pain point for him, but it hasn't been too bad because he is still going and holding on to just the slimmest of leads early on in this level 14.
And the red he has been getting, he's been using really effectively. And he had a piece of blue garbage there in his column 7. He dropped that down, I think, 2 or 3 rows to finally drop down onto that blue in the column 7. Just really amazing to see how our top level players are able to use those horizontal plays and just continue to drop things down until they're useful. And it's, testament to Don's play. He's just done so much improvement in the past year, and it's really fun to watch as Influx is now down to 14 viruses.
Yeah, so slight lead for Influx, but Dawn with another combo. And you can see the setups that he's got. Didn't take the double blues as the horizontal. I thought maybe that was going to be in the books for him. Uh, could have gone for the fat log, chose not to. Probably best not to commit yourself to a play like that. But might run into a problem with these blues if he doesn't get the double red, doesn't use it that way, and it's going to be Influx out first at just under 2 minutes. Uh, Don gonna take this as a horizontal, or take this last blues as a double, so it didn't really matter that he didn't get the horizontal out at a 208.
Yeah, 208, a 6 virus differential here at the start of the board. Yes, hello, Koji. I am trying to provide some quality Dr. Mario commentary here. Excuse the cat. As we are still going on through, Dawn would love a double blue right now. The least common pill in this game, and he's not going to wait for it. He's just going to go ahead and take the garbage. I like the decision. It's not going to be really difficult for him to get out of at all as he gets the double yellow and clears that out. 50 viruses for Dawn, 37, now 35 for Influx. Influx making some really great plays here, Ook.
Yeah, just pulled off a horizontal and is gonna get all of these. Oh, that's not the direction I believe he wanted to put that pill. In fact, no, flipping it around the other way would have been more efficient. I always have to check myself when I see something that looks like it's a misdrop, because especially at this level of play, you're like, hey, could that might have been right? I don't know, but no, that one clearly not the direction he wanted to go with it. So gonna be a little bit slower for Influx than he was looking for. In fact, I think had another play that didn't quite go the direction he wanted. And now it's going to be a lot of red that he's going to need. That 7 virus lead that he's got may not hold up if the doc doesn't start giving him some red.
Yeah, the getting the nice yellows to some of those stuff that Influx was looking for. But yeah, the reds, he's just going to need a heck of a lot of it here. Double red would be a double red rush. Honestly, would be the best thing for Influx right now. And Influx looking like he's going to set up for this drop log. And with that red blue timber, there it is. He's down to just 4 viruses remaining. Now 2, now 1. Gets out of a jam for Influx and gets the 1, 2, 3 blues he needs out at a 411. 12 viruses ahead of Dawn. But Dawn really storming through here, making some really nice combos of his own. Just needs to open up this yellow here in his column 7, and he's going to be free and clear.
That's pretty much all he needs. And gonna go ahead and make the smart play. And I like it. I like where he is putting things. Has decided to just go ahead and take this red vertically. I think that's as good a play as any. Just waiting around for this red to get out at a 450. He's not real happy with that, but he's still holding his own in what has been some difficult levels.
And a pretty nice start here for Dawn, too. Just trying to get this blue horizontally. It looks like he's going to be able to get that. And he does just a little bit of blue garbage. Not going to be too bad for him, but he really needs to be able to get down to some yellow access, which he is able to do now.
Yeah, and honestly, it's been a slightly messy board for Influx. He can't seem to get out of the way of garbage without creating a little bit more. And yeah, I mean, that's just the way of the game. It's the way of the pills. But it has slowed him down. I wouldn't say significantly, but somewhat. That has opened the door up for Don. We'll see how much he is able to take it. As this combo going to be great, good T clear for him, and keeping it within 16.
Yeah, Influx's board looking a little heavy on that column 8. There's a little bit of a low spire, really, but that red blue followed by the double blue, absolutely perfect for him. Just needing these red yellows. We'll see if those continue to come. I like the decision to go ahead and clear out the red in column 7, open up the blue, because the blues came and it was perfect for him. And now this double red gonna get him out Packy style to 619 into his level 17. Influx pretty firmly in the driver's seat here, looking to take this month of August to a victory. Can he do it? We will see.
Yeah, it's been a pretty rough level 16 here in the end game for Don. He just hasn't gotten what he's been needing, and it's caused a slowdown. Uh, Columns 1 and 8 both stacked up pretty high up until right at the end of the level. So that's gonna be kind of the cause of the struggle, although these pills coming in exactly where he wants. A great end game. I mean, it all came out fortuitous for him, but at a 713, he's got a lot of ground to make up and just 72 viruses to make it up in.
Yeah, it's going to be a big ask, but he's doing a really nice job at the beginning of this board. Lots of yellow and blue here for Dawn. But a really nice combo that I didn't even see. I thought he had something up his sleeve, and sure enough, he did. Really, honestly, a really double heavy board for Dawn, and he's just continuing to get every single pill that he needs. He's actually brought it down to a 9 virus difference. Could Dawn come back and snipe this level from Influx? It's looking pretty possible here, Ook.
Yeah, I would say that is the case as uh, Don went through a nice patch there where just every single play was taking down a virus, and that's honestly where you want to be. It's now 13 virus lead for Influx, but like you say, Don just cruising right back in, trying to find his way to the end of this level and hopefully continue on in the tournament for him. But it is looking grimmer and grimmer for that as we continue on as Influx going to be able to get a horizontal here. Just needs two reds to finish it out. And there he has it with an 836. That is going to be Influx winning this month's tournament. And GG's to both players. And I believe, yes, for Influx, that is also a PB. So PB strats, that is the way to go.
Yeah. A PB and also ties Adelito for the fifth fastest time at the 8:36. Adelito set that in February of this year. Now 6 months later, Influx tying that, and wow, what a game! But props to Don for really fighting to get back into this. He's gonna get a nice time of his own, a 9:24. We saw Influx win earlier with a 9:23. Yeah, just PB strats. What are you gonna do?
Absolutely. Well, so we crown a new champion this month in Influx. Congratulations. Also, GG's to Dawn for making your second finals.